Hey folks, Brian Blessing coming to you from Las Vegas. Thrilled to be on board with you. BangTheBook.com. Always happy to be part of the Sports Betting Podcast. I join Adam Burke each and every week. It's exceptional information throughout the week. Check out the Bang the Book Sports Betting Podcast. Always trying to get you ahead of the number in Las Vegas. And we're going to focus on the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This video will focus on the Saturday games. And I think we're looking at a pretty compelling weekend. Let's get it started with Atlanta and Philadelphia. Atlanta, we're looking at a 3-point favorite on the road. Some places 2.5. Total on the game, let's call it 41.5. And I've talked quite often on my radio show here in Las Vegas. The last couple of years, we've seen NFL numbers be more volatile than ever before, with results adjusting based on what was last seen, and that had never been the case in the past. Now, from the odds makers' point of view, I don't think it's about them. I think it's about the betting market, and they've got a better read on the market. And to see Atlanta a 3-point favorite in this game, you really wonder, is this an overreaction? Atlanta wins against the Rams, and then we saw Foles struggle a couple of weeks ago. They won, but clinched home field advantage, and then the last game meant absolutely nothing. Now, Atlanta's hot. They're feeling good about themselves, and their defense is playing really good football. But again, this kind of mirrors a number I saw earlier in the year with San Diego favored at Kansas City. Yes, Kansas City was struggling at the time, but they had a chance to secure the division at home at Arrowhead, a tough place. And we saw San Diego favored on the road. Made absolutely no sense. Now, can Atlanta walk in here and win the game? You bet they can. And I know both New Orleans and Minnesota are certainly hoping before they play their game Sunday that that's exactly what happens, because the winner of that game would then have home field advantage for the NFC Championship game. But you have to think, extra time to prepare, get fresh into bed. Foles gets time to work more with his receivers, get ingrained with the offense. And, he's a serviceable player. Clearly, there's a massive drop-off from Wentz to Foles. But I just wonder if this isn't a big overreaction. Now, again, Atlanta looked great last week against the Rams. Don't forget, that's uncharted territory for the Rams. Young team, all full of themselves, but really no playoff experience. We know Atlanta went to the Super Bowl last year. The one thing is, don't sleep on Atlanta's defense. They fly around and get after it. I think it's a very intriguing football game. And don't sleep on the Eagles' defense with Jim Schwartz. I think is a phenomenal defensive coordinator. Points may come at a premium in this game. Could be one of the lower scoring games on the weekend. Again, the total on the contest is 41.5. Then we go to Tennessee and New England. Well, who wants to lay 13.5, 14 points? Here's the other side. Who wants to take the 13.5 points with Tennessee at New England? We know the story about the Patriots with some grumbling and in-house fighting. That may actually prove to be a benefit for these guys to just say, I'll show you. And once again, 2 wins at Gillette Stadium, and they're off to the Super Bowl again. Tennessee got the win, impressive against Kansas City. Rallied in that game, did get some help from the officials in the game. Kansas City shot themselves in the foot. But you know what? Tennessee was presented an opportunity, and they kicked the door down. They're going to have to create turnovers. It's as simple as that. If Tennessee does not win the turnover battle, and I think win the turnover battle handily, I think they're in for a very long day. Tom Brady and company, everybody in the AFC kind of penciling in New England and Pittsburgh. We'll see if the Jags or Titans can do something about it. But give Tennessee credit. One at Kansas City, getting a balloon number here, a boatload of points going on the road. Might be one of those games you sit back and watch, to be honest with you. If anything, you're probably thinking you lay the points with New England. But the old adage is you go broke laying double digits in the NFL. The bottom line is Tennessee's in the playoffs for a reason. So we get Saturday off to the races. You want to get ahead of the number. Don't forget there'll be props, individual player props, players to score first. More props will be on the board with each passing week until we get to the big game, when there'll be over 300 props on the board for you in that game that's going to be played in Minnesota. Always fun. We'll have the Sunday games for you right here, bangthebook.com. Great follow on Twitter at bangthebook. And, of course, don't forget about the Sports Betting Podcast with our friend Adam Burke right here at bangthebook.com.